I've noticed that we've been using this van for 5 months already, preparing it for 5 and something months, and I didn't do a van tour of our home on wheels. I mean, imagine that. That's because we prepared it. You know how everything was a hustle, everything was tense and speeding up the process so we can go and travel. So the moment we did it, we basically did it on the day when we needed to pack and go on the road. So that was all fast, dang, dang, dang. And so yeah, I didn't have time to properly show you the van because everything was already inside, packed, etc. Even now we have some things in it, but not a big mess as it was before. Anyways, just to continue from the previous vlog, we drove from Izmir to Skopje. We are currently in Skopje. We are gonna be staying here for a month before we go to another adventure. I'm not gonna reveal yet. We're gonna reveal in a vlog after this one. Where are we going? So yeah, basically we are now in Skopje. The van is parked in my mom's backyard. The solar is maintaining the battery, so everything is set for winter time here. But anyways, welcome to a new video, and this is the van tour of our self-converted Ford Transit 2022 vehicle. Let me show you around. We're gonna be starting the tour from the front towards the back. I mean, this vehicle basically comes with a bench. So this seat, what you're seeing here, is basically new one. This seat is already, you can see, gray color. It's a brand new seat that we purchased from Turkey for 1,000 euros with swivels and shipping towards Skopje from Turkey. The good thing is that from Turkey you don't have customs when you import things, so yeah, we avoided that part, and also you don't have taxes, so that was on the upside. The thing is that this model is from 2017 model or 2016 Ford Transit, so that's why the color is different and the patterns are different from this one. This one also doesn't have the arm holder, if that's the word. And what we had over there on the front, the bench, is now here. We have the bench behind the driver's seat. It's fixed on the bottom, and we had to install the seat belt that is attached to the main frame, the main rib of the vehicle, and also it's attached down in the bottom. So you have it like this strap, and also this one that is going here. We had to change and relocate these things when we were fixing it. This is the other one. So now it works, and our vehicle is registered for 4 people now. It was previously for 3, but now it's for 4, so you never know what the future holds, and you might need an extra seat. The swivels that we got from Turkey, they were quite heavy, but the price that we paid was 90 euros. If you want to purchase a swivel mechanism from Germany or England or wherever in the West, it will cost you up to 240 euros, which is quite a lot, and they are making the holes specially for the vehicle they are selling it. This one that we purchased had holes that you can like universal, so you can attach them to any box of any seat box for any vehicle, which was on the upside. And what we did now with the guy who helped me build this van, we took measurements and we are producing them by ourselves, and now we are selling them for 60 euros because still you have profit on top of that. And they're made of steel, so they're a bit heavy, but they are very, very strong, and you can feel the strength and how durable they are. To install them, we had to cut the handbrake. Basically, we cut the bottom part and we lowered the handbrake so it can the swivel seat can spin around it, because previously it's very high and the seat cannot go from left to right, basically cannot rotate. So yeah, that's something that we did. It was quite of cutting. I was a bit scared about the whole process because I don't know, in my head that's very mechanism, and it should be done by professionals and experts in the field of handbrakes, I guess. But no, it's actually a very easy process and can be done by anybody who has the right tools for it. Okay, we are still in the front part, but inside doesn't matter if I'm from outside, but I need to show you from here. This little button that you can see right here wasn't part of the vehicle. It's something that we've created. We added there, and that is actually in case your battery cannot start, your main battery cannot start, you can kickstart it with the battery that we have in the back, the leisure battery. So if something is wrong with our front battery, which will rarely happen because it constantly gives some power when we are charging from the solar, you can just press that button and woof, your car kickstarts. The last part of the cabin, of the driving cockpit, is the camera that we installed. Actually, the display is in the front, the camera is in the back, but still. So this is the camera. It's positioned where the rear view mirror stands, but we don't have anything to see in the back. Actually, to be honest, I really do need a rear view mirror, and I will definitely put for the next trip, because I cannot see what is happening in the back while I'm driving. What is the team doing in the back? How are they playing? I just want to, you know, when you talk, to have interaction. I know many people will say you shouldn't look in the back and blah blah blah, but everybody does it, and everybody will do it in the future. So let's be honest, how it's done. This display, it does its job. It's not perfect. I wanted to have a rear mirror with the display, but they didn't have where we purchased. This is basically from AliExpress. It's quite cheap, but we are in Macedonia. We are very, very limited with products because we are not in the EU. So everything arrives very late. We don't have many options to purchase. So you get what somebody has already imported. I think that's most of the front compartment. I cannot see anything else that is worth mentioning, and that is our creation. But the next thing is above the cockpit, and that is Mark's initial spaceship bed. That's how we call it. So this part, let me try and remove some things so I can show you properly. And Mama will be extremely angry with me because she doesn't know what I'm doing, and she would have preferred that she's here to remove the things and then put them back, because I'm a bit not really neat. I'm quite messy, so let's try not make a big mess. Okay. Oh, this is our Hoover. It's from Lidl, and it was 25 euros. Let me show you. So this one, so as you can see, they're like a comp. So it goes like this and it's extending, and you have like probably meter and something bed. Let me put it back and I will continue. You see what I'm talking about? It's from edge to the edge, taken in consideration that we have 20 centimeters here because there was some metal part and it had to be covered. Same goes from the other side. This one is extended, whoop, and you have this L bracket right here that it falls onto it, and it's super strong. A kid cannot fall down. And for the other side we have this chain with a hook that was going here or here, I don't remember, and the bed is extremely safe and not moving left or right or up and down. So that was our solution, and it was super strong. But the thing is that this part here is quite low, and even though we put mattresses that are 5 centimeters thick, it was still quite claustrophobic, and when Mark climbed up he didn't feel comfortable. So we decided we're not gonna use it as a bed, we're gonna use it as a storage. Plus we already made a ladder, so this part that is removable, it was the ladder. So you see, the plan was that he's going to climb up top, and then sleep on the top. But as I said, it didn't work out for us. Maybe this idea can work for people who have small babies, because baby definitely can fit there, and it's gonna be quite spacious and it's easy to access from above, from below. And yeah, but for a toddler of 3 years, it's not. As I mentioned, there are not many options and not many choices for purchasing camper gear here in Macedonia, so we had to improvise with everything. How we divided the cockpit from our living space is with this curtain that is somewhere attached now. Whoop. Yeah, it goes all the way. I'm not gonna extend it now, expand it. And we put the rod or curtain frame attached to the spaceship bed. We found a very good model, beige color that suits our interior, and it was really easy to set. Few screws and it was done. The frame below the spaceship bed was and these compartments were the most difficult to design. The guy was drawing them in CorelDRAW for a few days, cutting and testing with this kind of material, until we finally got the end product that has space here to put some things, as well as here with the little fence so things cannot fall. We measured every compartment with wine bottles. So this, in our idea, was that they're gonna have wine bottles here. So yeah, that's the dimension that you're seeing. We are now using it for books and whatever else we find that is not on this place, so we are just sticking things up here. Here, if you can see, we have these types of screws that have smaller rims inside, so they are like hooks. So they're basically used as hooks. This one and this one here. This one is already damaged. They're colored with matte spray, so it doesn't stay for a long time. And with this one, we are always scratching it. For the floor, we used linoleum. As you can see, it goes up almost to the front part of the van, and this part we had to cut it. We couldn't just fold it. Well, actually no, we folded it, and then with this aluminum L bracket we drilled and fixed it so it doesn't move. Plus, because always you're walking this part, it can get damaged and then scratched. This one is kind of protecting it and keeping it safe. But this part here has been cut, so this, like from here to here, is one part, and then this is the separate. In case you're wondering, everything what you see here, 90% of the things of the material is cut with CNC machine. That my friend has it, and everything was drawn technically in CorelDRAW, and then from there you export it to this machine. The machine then has its own knives that look like driller knives, and they just keep on spinning and cut the shape that you have designed. It's very practical, very expensive machine, and it was very, very useful for the whole project that we have. The next part, so we are already moving to the middle and towards the kitchen, is the table and the first window, actually this whole compartment. So let's start from the table. As I said, Macedonia is very, very limited with products that you can purchase that can be used for your campervan. So part of our things we purchased from Turkey, which is a bit not scary, but kind of you don't feel safe when purchasing, because we contact the factory by yourself and then they say just send me money and then I will send you the products, and you're like, oh, how can I send like that 1,000 euros, and you don't feel comfortable doing that. But eventually we found a dealer, or I don't know how you say what is the title of these professionals, that is going directly to the manufacturer or to factory in Bursa, near Istanbul. That's like the industrial hub of Turkey. And he's purchasing the things that you have ordered. He's bringing them back to Skopje. You are giving him cash, and voila, job's done. The other thing is that you can go to Thessaloniki in Zampetas, the big camping store, where you can buy professional, original, made for campers things, but the prices are 4, 5, 6 times more expensive. We'll get to that in a bit. So the table, we had to improvise for the part where the table will go down and up to be made as a bed, part of the bed, and then to be a table. Okay, the table, let's remove and start talking about the table. Okay, when on the wall is attached with this wooden I don't know what is the name of them, and goes in these holes, which is part of this compartment, of the bottom compartment, not of this one, of this one. So it's quite strong, it's attached to the bottom. And then when it's a bed, you have another one that is attached just on the side, but it's quite safe. And now we go towards the most complicated thing of the table that we had problems with. It's the extender, the holder, or however you want to name it. This part initially, I don't know, yeah, can be seen. This part initially had a screw over here that you just spin, and the screw is detaching from the pipe, which is loosening it up, and then the pipe goes down in its folder. But eventually, with too many uses, it got eaten. The spiral got eaten, so we couldn't use it anymore. So we had to improvise, because we were in a very remote location. We couldn't find tools to buy to sort it out. You need to remove it, and you see this S-shaped thing. We are putting it here, and then this part is holding it not to fold till the end in the folder when you need to make it as a table. So this way, you go down, whoop, and it's made for the bed. Oops, something else fell. Mama's gonna kill me. And then when you need it for the table, you use the S bracket in the pipe, and then you put it in the folder, and you push down. So this one is now holding it, and it's super sturdy. It cannot go down. The next part, you take the table and you put it on top of it. The things fall into their places, and voila, you have the table. Another thing that we did for the table to be longer, if we need some space, is this part is extending. And you see here you have this hole, which is actually the place for the pipe. Now let's start the walls. We're gonna start from the top down to the bottom. As I mentioned before, this part was the most difficult to be drawn and to be cut properly, and it can never be correct, because this material that we have on the top is very flexible and it's always moving. So if you push from one side, it goes back, and it really is a hassle. So yeah, if you see little holes like this, not a problem, everybody will have it. Or you can use some rubber and if you want to hide them, but doesn't matter. This one here is the pocket, and there is no, so this is the pocket. This idea was that when the bed is extended, this will be the little compartment for Mark, where he can put his books and his little toys that he sleeps. And this one has, I think, yeah, wait, and this one here has its own separate switch, you see, so the light can go off and on upon his desire if he needs some light. But that means, it's crucial that it can be used only when these two are on. Inside the pockets, as you can see, we have this carpets. We actually bought them from a carpet store that are used for offices. So those very thin and very cheap. We use them to minimize the sound of the things in the pockets when we are moving. So we have something when it's moving and bouncing each from the walls of the wood, it's giving quite a big noise. With this carpet, it really does minimize the noise, so it's really like soundproof. It's like damp. It's nicer sound than that. So that's why we use those carpets. Here you can see them better. Yeah. Every pocket has light, so we can see in the night, and it plus has a cozy feeling when you have these windows with light. And plus they are like, look now. Whoop. They can be dimmed, and they can be the light can be increased, which is very nice. Let's go below. This part is something that if we had the opportunity now to start it from all over again, or to do another Ford Transit, we're gonna do it differently, because it took us so much time, so much thinking, and it's good, nicely made, but still it could have been done easier, and that's how we did it on the opposite wall and in the back. So that's for the near future. But also the reason we kind of made a indoor window is we cut the outside window a little bit in the wrong direction, so it's not straight, so it's a little bit tilted. And with this one, we kind of straighten it when you see it from inside. On the top here, we have curtain rod that goes till the end, and plus we have another LED light that is very nice but very strong, and that one is switched from here. So you have it like this, and the curtain actually is going behind it, so you can put the curtain in front of the window to cover yourself, and then you have the light coming from in front of it, but still somebody from outside can see that there is somebody in the van. And in case you want to use stealth camping in some cities, yeah, this won't be a good idea. So okay, let's cover this. And because this wall was somewhere in the beginning of the whole project, we were making pockets everywhere because we had the time. As eventually we were nearing the date of departure for the trip, we stopped making pockets. This is another pocket. It's quite deep, so you can put some things here. We were hiding our passports and some important things that we had in this one. And so yeah, but it's quite hidden all the time, so I think it's a good idea. And another thing, that is the window. The mosquito net is by a guy who makes mosquito nets for houses and apartments. So we gave him a dimension, he made us a mosquito net like you would need for your house, and we built it in our van. They didn't have black color, so we had to color it by ourselves with a spray. It's quite okay. And it goes till here. This is the end frame, and you can see that this one is quite thick. We had to make it like this, and this was super difficult to make. This is very thin, pure plywood, and we were making it by soaking it in water and then forming it around a template, and then waiting to dry naturally, and then apply it and fix it with wood glue on the thicker plywood. This part we decided to make it just before we start cutting, because this is, let's say you're driving here and you're sitting and you're driving, and then something on the road happens, and then you start moving left and right, and your head bounce and it hits on this part. So it's very good because you kind of don't hit your head on this, and this is the part for opening the window. So you see it's plastic, and it's yeah, it can puncture your head, your skull. So this one is a protection from this. I think this video is going to be very long but very useful. If I had this video, I would have definitely found use of it. Now we are continuing towards the lower wall. As you can see, here we have two more pockets which are quite deep. You can see a whole book is fitting. My Macintosh Apple 13-inch is going fully inside, and here something else for other appliances. And then of course you have the carpet, and below we have lots of 220 watts outlets that can be used, so that's a good thing. And that's for this part, not much more. Now we move down for the seats. The good thing with the bench from Ford is that these seats are movable. Plus you have this one here that we never use because Mark is sitting there. And these parts are openable, you see? Opa. And here inside we have all sorts of things. This is the boiler from Truma that has 5 liters and it works on electricity. And there is our Webasto or diesel heater, you can see, that we connected with a pipe to the boiler. So basically whenever we are heating, the heat is warming up water for us, and we always have hot water. And this is the only out for the Webasto. So we are heating only from one side, and this one manages to heat up the whole van, which is perfect. Also we are storing here some chemicals, and I don't know what else is Edith putting here. Okay, now it's time for the kitchen. This is another pocket that is just below the cooker, and it's quite deep, and it has all different things that you don't want to be floating around the van. So you just throw things here and it stays, and plus it is using it as a towel holder. From this side of the kitchenette we have entry to the cupboard. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows for storage, and plus dividers that can be removed if you need more space or you need to be narrower. So, and with these ones we can divide them horizontally, so they are, let's say they are vertically like this. You see here, oh, it is gonna kill me. See, there is another spot here for another divider like this, but it has removed it for some reason. And then this is the horizontal one. Very, very, very practical. Okay, it has slow closing. And to hold them we use this butterfly style of locks. Going even backwards of the kitchen, we have one drawer. This doesn't look very professional, but it's very useful because this was already in the last days of the van build. This is our fridge, basic fridge we bought for 100 euros, because these camper fridges, they're like crazy amount of money, like 1,000 euros, something unrealistic, unreasonable. So we said, okay, we're not doing that, we cannot spend that much money on these fridges. We can use with something that we are familiar with, and it can last as long as it wants. Still, it's 100 euro fridge, so it works. This is one of the most expensive parts of the van, like appliances, is the cooker. It's original Dometic. Voila! It has 2 separate cookers. Ignition, actually you cannot ignite it from here. You can just turn on the gas and then lit it up. This part is bought separately, so you need to buy this separately. It doesn't come with it. And this one was again some crazy amounts of money. These are very, very, very pricey things, but still. What we were discussing is that the sink is quite shallow. We always prefer some deeper sink, but you cannot find deeper sink from a camping store, so we had to improvise with home sink, and we didn't want to do that. This is ceramic, quite strong. And from this side I will show you something that we decided to build that is very, very useful, and you definitely need to do something like this when you're building up your kitchen. And that is this part here that I need to open it. Yeah, so this part is just hiding all the things from the cooker and from the tap and from the gas. In case you need to fix it, you can just remove this part and then access the sink, the gas cooker, the tap, and everything else. So you definitely need something like this, and of course we are using it with these little things to stay attached. This is the front part of the kitchen, and this is where the kitchen storage is for other things than the back. The upper part is an extra table that you can use to when you're cooking, or to whatever, just an extra table. Whoop, and they have slow closing. This one here is a drawer for whatever. You fix them with a butterfly lock. A bigger drawer that we use for pots and pans. And then this one, oh, this is for our multi-cooker that you've seen in the previous videos. And we have two other things that we have on our kitchen. One of them is totally not used because we blocked it, and the other one we use when we stop somewhere for short and we don't want to take our tables. So this is our little coffee table. You just sit down, have a coffee, and then put it back. That's quite useful. And then we made another thing that when we are sitting outside camping, and if we need something from the kitchen, to have access to the kitchen, but we don't use it because we put the mosquito net there. So there is a door that was supposed to be used when we were outside to access the compartment where the glasses are, but we never use it because of the mosquito net. Another thing that we have about the kitchen is again these pockets that have light. Let me show you. Oh no. Oh yeah, you can see. Whoop. So we put things that are for outside, like keys and binoculars, something related to the when you go out and when you come from out inside. So that's what is used for. Next part is this. This is a towel holder, or all these things in the kitchen holders, and it's from IKEA. This is like 15 euros. It's not expensive things, but it's quite useful. You can see again she has it, and you can get these hooks and you hook things on them. And then this part here is our electricity compartment from top to bottom. This is our Victron energy display. Here we can see how much we are charging, amperes, voltage, and how much battery we have, and the status of the battery. Below it's the light for the pockets and for the cupboards. Then you have all the other lights in the van, 2 outlets, 220 watts, and USB for charging. That's it. Now let's go with the cupboards. We have only 2 sliding doors because when we had 3 in the caravan, it's always because, especially for me, it knows all the things where they are, but I never know. I still don't know where they are. I don't know even where are my things. So I'm always doing this, opening every single cupboard. And like when we have 2, whoop, you open one and you have everything you can see. And when I said about the light, here you go. You see on the top we have a light that goes to the back, and it's also that you can set the strength of the illumination. Inside we don't have like separate levels, so everything is one, but it's quite enough because we can store all these things that are quite high and are not universal dimension. But honestly, this one more thing with the kitchen, and then we are moving into Mark's favorite compartment of the van, the toilet. So this is the fridge, and the fridge is quite heating. We change, you see this grid, you can see it, probably you can, the grid that is usually from the back of the fridge. We called a fridge guy that literally changed it and put it and screw it on this side. So now can go super to the back in line with the kitchen, and then the heater is from the other side, has space to breathe, and also it gets air from the outside. You can see the light coming from the outside, from that part. So that one is giving air and cooling it down. And also on the bottom, I don't know if you can see, there are two holes that are giving air, so it's cooling it down. We don't have outside grid for ventilation because this is quite enough, and we didn't have a problem. So we traveled on the hottest, one of the hottest parts of Europe, on the southern tip of Peloponnese in July, and we didn't have a problem. It was working perfectly. So you don't need those grids on the outside. This will work fine. Two holes on the side, and if you're of course connected to the outside door to give air and air it out. So that's the kitchen. Now let's move toilet. First, to say that we don't have door for the toilet. See, it's doorless. We only have the shower curtain, which is some expensive thing that I bought to protect from water. And inside we painted it with, I don't know if this, with rubber. It's rubber. You mix two components and you get this thing that is a rubber, and it's super strong, and no, water is not going anywhere. We had these hooks that we put, only two, which are quite enough, and we use this one all the time, like all the time. This is the most used thing in the van. Similar cupboards we have here, exactly the same model, design, two doors, and it's like 1 palm deep, enough for all the things that you might need in the shower cabin. These ones are made of alu, and we painted them professionally, and they're screwed. They're like shelves, and they're made with holes, so in case there is water it can drip down and it's not collecting to make it dirty and nasty. So yeah, this is our sink. I mean, this is our just the shower tap holder. This is extendable. I don't want to extend it because it's quite tight here, and I hate putting it back the hose. So you can imagine this is extending super much, and you can take it out from the window to shower outside. We have hot and cold water connected with the boiler, of course, and this is made of plexi, and the hose goes like this. This part here is just covering a door that has connection to the water pipe and the electrical outlets that you fill up from inside. The electrical thing for outside, actually. Yeah, this is covering that one. This is the tub. It's 60 centimeters and 60 centimeters, and we have extra 15 or 20 centimeters, I think, here. I don't know how much was it. Yeah, so if you need to shower. That was quite pricey. That's original. That's from Zampetas. And we have the normal porta potty, which is I don't know, 80 euros or something like that. Yeah, that's most for the toilet. The toilet has very good light. Let me show you. No, this not. See, the only light is this thing, and it's super cozy. Sometimes we only use this one. From the outside of the shower cabin, we have 4 hooks that are used for whatever you need. That's it from the shower. So for the shower, everything is more or less professional things, original camping gear that we had to buy from Zampetas. It was quite expensive, but it is what it is. You buy it only once. Let's continue now towards the back. The reason why our kitchen is so high is to be in the same level with the bed, and to have more space, of course, to be able to fit the fridge, and to have a drawer above the fridge. The thing is, why we wanted to be in line with the bed is because I'm quite tall. I'm like 1.85 m, and Ford Transit is not very wide van. What we did is I sleep with my legs towards the kitchen. Of course, I sleep in this direction, not how I'm laid out now. So towards there, towards the window, and I have all the space in the world. It's super comfy. I can extend myself, even stretch if I want to go even further down. That's superb. And we gave this idea to many other campers that we met along the road and said, oh, that's a super good idea. Maybe we should have done it like that. Or if we ever build another van, we're gonna do it like that. What else we did is, above the door that goes into the garage, we put this flap door, trap door, some would say. So you put it like this and it stays flat. Then the mattress goes in this direction. You cannot sit on it. I mean, it's already a little bit loose. Mark jumped on it, but you can literally put your feet. So that's the plan, that when we sleep with Ellie together, she can put her feet here, and it's she can have all the space also that she needs, which is super practical. And to put it back, you just lift it up and it falls down. Well, the thing is that now if you want to use the door, the trap door for the garage, you need to lift this up, and if this is up, you cannot fully open the fridge. But there are small things that are not that important. Still, it's very practical, and we are super happy with it, because in this narrow van to be able to extend is super nice. So looking from the left side of the van, this is my side where I sleep. That's the kitchen, that's where I extend. That's the other part of the cupboard that is connected with the kitchen. So this is the other door. You open up, you can see everything, and then just close it, and that's it. We have lights here. They are OGs, bought from Zampetas in Greece. You have USB here plug, and they have two colors, one very disco striptease bar, and the other one is normal light. We have 1, 2, 3 of them. Above the bed we have the sky window that has mosquito net. Again, it is gonna kill me because there are some things here, and spiders. She doesn't like spiders. And the full light cover. I must say I'm not very pleased with this model, because it was the cheapest one. It was 140 euros, I think, and it's not very good quality. So the net kind of instantly, you know, it is like a harmonica, like womp, womp, womp. It got destroyed. Look, it lost its form. So when you're closing it, it goes till here. It's not nice. So maybe we eventually gonna, I don't think we're gonna change it, but still not very satisfied with it. On the other side where Mark sleeps currently, we have another cupboard. This one is quite higher. It's taller than the other one from the other side. This one, that's why, has a divider in the middle. So we have 2 rows of for putting stuff, for the clothes. Again, it's 2 sliding doors, but you have lots of space. It's very big. Look, I don't know if you can see it properly. Yeah, you can see it. It's quite big, and it's very low. So but it's not claustrophobic. It's perfect dimension. And from this side we just have this net holder for books and whatever Mark needs to put. I think that we are done in the inside. So maybe now it's time to go into the garage. Yeah, let's go to the garage. So welcome to the garage, my favorite part of the van. So you enter the garage. Let's start from here. This is very cheaply made. You have access to a huge cupboard with lots of things that I don't even know what we have here. Of course I do know. Here is the battery. We have AGM Victron battery that is quite good, 220 watts. And we have the cable for plugging into the grid. We made it by ourselves. We bought only the ingredients and the tool what we needed from the store. This is a part that we use for whatever we need for the outside. Some basic keys. You can see you can put whatever you want, that you don't need to explain. Next to it is the whole part for the electricity. Everything is Victron, everything is high quality. You can have a sneak peek of the battery, so it has lots of air coming and cooling this part nicely. And here we have a 20 amperes to use for if we need to inflate the tire, and plus here we have extra 220 watts. From behind the cupboard, this is the cupboard, you can see the electricity, and it's covered, protected with plexi, see-through plexi that can be seen from the 3 rows, and it has holes so you can access in case you need to change some fuse. Oop, you see, I already entered there. You have access there. We have access there for the hoses. It's very practically done, so we can always use it. You can see the electricity, what we have bought, the inverter, and all the Victron things that I have no idea. The cables, whatever. In the bottom, it's our water tank that, if I can go back in time, I will probably get 120 or 150 liters, because now we have only 70 liters. And yeah, I would prefer to have more water. This way we are all constantly stopping to refill. Turkey and Greece, not a problem, but I don't know how other countries will be. Below, above me, you can see the bed, and you've seen that we don't have these lot of legs, we don't have these expensive things that are holding the mattress that you can be found in the professional campervans and caravans. We have improvised, so we have these holes that can make the mattress breathe. And yeah, let's see towards the front. These are the pipes for the water that connect towards the kitchen tap and the electricity. And this little part here, this green button, is for the boiler. This is from the other side. We have a bunch of things here, some leftover food, millions of things. And with these straps, we are cable ties, we are holding the things not to fall off. Anyway, they're not falling off because it's full here with bicycles and chairs, but still to have extra protection. And in the back over there you can see some cable, some water, and the gas pipe is going from there, that little black thing. And yeah, let me get out of here because, oh yeah, I'm too tall for it to stay so long in it. Now the next cupboard. Here we have the door, hidden our grill, nothing behind it, just the grill compartment. We basically made it for it. And then down here we have the gas, this thing that I bought to measure how much gas I have. It doesn't really work, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, this gas part, some other things that we keep here. These ones we made by ourselves, so you see how we did it. The whole strap is screwed for the plywood, both sides. The same goes for the other side, and it's super strong. And on the bottom part we made on CNC a form from the plywood to keep it from not moving, the same dimension like this part. And here below the grill, the bottom is made of see-through plexi, so in case we need to change to work something on it, not to remove the, and if we cannot see when we are working here, we can see it from above. That hose here is for our outside shower. And we can shower outside. This is how it's connected. And also here we have the light. You see? how it's lit in the garage so we can see what we are doing inside. The outside shower is connected with the hot water, so whenever we have hot water, when we want to shower, we have it outside also as well. So when we are in Norway and I want to shower, I don't need to go inside and shower. I can shower outside and I will have hot water if we were heating. Now, mosquito net. It's a very cheap, from I don't know, some normal shop mosquito net, huge one that it goes together with magnets attached on the top with Velcro, and then we put these parts here to hold our I don't know how you call this pipe, to make the awning open. But I've seen vans that actually have this till here, and it's like a compartment that you can put stuff, so that's extra thing. It's a good spot, but we don't need the space now, so maybe in the future, if I need more space, I will put some platform here divided so we have extra compartment for things. This part of the wall of the door is fully closed with 6mm plywood, and on this side we have the window, mosquito net, and darkening net. But before I close the van, let me show you the last mosquito net. It's basically a mosquito net for home that we cut and we measured to suit our need for the van. And what we did is we made this little plexi trap door because our cat was getting out, so this one is kind of protection. And for the extra part that we cannot cover it because it's not a square shape, the door, we have this just parchment that is magnetizing on the vehicle, and then mosquitoes and other flies are not going in. That's not the case for Turkey and Greece in the summer. There are lots of them, so they're still getting inside. Closing the door. Oh, this window is exactly the same one like in the one in the back. Plywood, fully cut. We don't have like over there full frame, so it's just like this. And here is the mosquito net from the behind, and it's perfect. You might be wondering what are these. I should tell you definitely. They are magnetic parts. Also we have on the back over there, so when we want to sleep and we want full darkness, we have a big magnetic covers. I just took the small one, so they are literally of the size of the window, and you just attach them and they stay like that, fully blocking the sunlight and daylight. This is not from that window, so that's why it's hanging like weirdly, but they are fully protecting you from the daylight. You can sleep as a baby. Okay, now going out, let me show you from outside, and we are done with this video. Just a little bit more. This is our step. Is the only thing that doesn't look professional when you see it from outside, because the way it's attached. We can make a mask from this side to look much more nicer, but yeah, we didn't have the time for it. It's from Thule. It's almost 200 euros. It's quite pricey. Maybe it was 200 something. Yeah, so you manually push it back, and that's it. That's our awning. Our awning. The sides are destroyed from the first day we start our van life. See, there is no cover from this side. No cover from this side. The van is quite tall, so whenever we pushed ourselves in some hidden spots or some nice woodland area, we were crashing branches, and that's the result. Brand new 900 euros of awning destroyed the first day, but still works fine, and it's quite long, and it's very useful thing. You definitely need that. Now let me show you the van from the back. Here is our little home. Now these cupboards are actually cupboards for electrical fuses, I think, that you have on the houses and buildings, etc. So that was the cheapest and most practical box I can find. They costed like 45 euros each, and I had to paint them with a spray. It works, it looks perfectly fine, and it's very little scratch. I thought that they will be totally destroyed by the time I come home, but no, they are perfect. Now the ladder and the holder, it's made out of steel because we couldn't wait for the aluminum guy to call us so he can fold or whatever it's called, the aluminum pipe. So we decided to go with a steel one. And the way we only had these things bought that are factory made like this, but for example this part, how it's bent, and that part and this part, no, that's bought. We did it by cutting a little bit and then folding it. It worked. And now we are on the top of the world, the best part of the van, our balcony that we used it for stargazing and enjoying the beautiful nature and seascape and landscapes and whatever. We were just putting pillows here and laying and looking at the stars, counting them if we can. Yeah, it was nice to talk about the universe with Mark. A little human being that doesn't know what is yesterday, today or tomorrow yet. But still, we talk about stars and multiverses and universes. To continue, this is the camera. It activates automatically whenever we go in reverse, so it doesn't, the display is not on when we are driving. It only activates when we are going in reverse. Again, this is from something bought from AliExpress, not very expensive, so I think you can find it even cheaper if you order it and you are savvy and crafty to mount it by yourself. The platform is made of plywood that is actually Turkish brand. Everything what you saw inside is a Russian brand, and it's quite thinner but much more, double the price. This one is 18 millimeters and it costs like 30 euros for a whole board, and the down ones, it's 12 millimeters, costed 100 euros. Okay, so 12 millimeters, 100 euros. This one is 18 millimeters, 30 euros. Big difference. The frame that you can see all around is made out of steel because, as I said, we couldn't get reservation for aluminum bending, and they were straight. So what we did is just cut them from this part like this, and then you can fold it nicely. The awning is attached to it, super strong. And before we start the next trip, I need to work a little bit on the platform on the top, because all of them are attached with these screws, and the nuts are not with rubber. If you want them to be super strong and not moving, the nuts needs to be with rubber. Now we are going to the front. You already know what happened with our previous solar panel. If you saw the videos, how it broke, detached, and just flew up in the air 40 meters speeding and then crashed down on the bottom. So this got broken, and this part fully flew out. Hooked. So the guys came and we redid it. This one goes to the front, so it's extra frame that holds it. It's supposed to be super strong. We had big strong windows before entering Istanbul, and it held perfectly, so no problems anymore with it. I'm going down now because that's about it regarding the top part of the van. The last thing that we have to present is from the driver's side. This is the bathroom window that we used only 2 times when we showered with the shower head, not from the outside, from the garage shower. So yeah, 2 times opened. This is the window from the outside that we were talking not to hit your head. And this are what? Electrical connection and a water connection. So that's all, folks. The windows I mentioned, they're made of glass. Let me repeat. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching this long video. Let me move from the sun. Oh, this was a long video. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I cannot wait to start editing it, but I think that I covered everything. If you are interested in doing a Ford Transit van and you need the blueprints, you can text me. I can ask the guy. Maybe he would like to sell them, because I don't think that he will give them for free, because he worked so long drawing them and it was exhausting, so I don't think he will give them for free. But if you want to buy the blueprints and have a van exactly like ours in the inside, give me a comment. We're gonna discuss in private messaging. If you're interested in something else, how we did it, please text me, because I don't think that I mentioned probably everything. If you are curious about something, how it was done and how it was, what material is, text me. I'm willing to answer and help you out with all the questions you have, because I would have liked to have someone tell me these things before starting the project. Upcoming for this van is maybe new tires, to get some BF Goodrich all-terrain 50/50 or 60/40, we'll see. And that's it. Oh, and also I want to buy a nice cover for inside to be dark. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Hopefully you like this. Bye bye.